We'll go ahead and get started, and as usual, we usually have a word of prayer before we begin our meeting, and I've asked Commissioner Dorsey if he would lead us in this prayer at this time.
Let us pray. Our precious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to live here in the United States of America. We thank you for the many men and women, both present and in the past, overseas and here at home, who have defended our freedoms and have given the ultimate sacrifices so that we can live as American citizens today. We thank you for the many men and women in law enforcement who keep us safe, our emergency services, our fire, EMS, and all aspects of public safety. We ask that you be with each of them as they keep us safe, and we ask that you be with each and every one of us as we go our separate ways after we conclude the people's business tonight. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. If we could all stand, remove your hats. Pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, now we'll call the meeting to order, Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. Of the Hart County Board of Commissioners. I'd like to welcome each one of you here tonight. We thank you for being here and being concerned about the business that may come before the county tonight. The first on our agenda is to approve the agenda. We've had some additions, if Terrell wants to go over those.
Two additions. One on the 13B, wounded veterans parking at the courthouse. There's been a request to reserve a couple of parking places somewhere for those. And 13C is a Walter Estate subdivision. This is a subdivision that's been in the pipeline for quite a while. It's been working its way through the health department because they're so busy. But they have a closing before our next meeting, and they requested we add this to the meeting. Everything's fine, but
okay. Any other additions?
Is there to be an executive session tonight?
I don't have one down. We can add it.
I don't think we're going to be ready for it yet.
Well, I do have an update on litigation that won't take very long.
Okay, so add litigation to executive session.
I'll make a motion we approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey, second by Commissioner Teasley. All in favor? All right, 5-0 vote. Next on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the 2/9/2021 regular meeting. Do we have any additions or corrections to those?
Yeah, there's a couple clarifications, Mr. Chairman. Under executive session for real estate and litigation, third paragraph, it says Commissioner Dorsey moved to proceed with the purchase of 7.87 acres of land. It should also be noted in there that the other issue with the Bowersville Fire Station is that there are residents who no longer meet the new ISO requirements to be able to get homeowners insurance. And that was part of that motion.
Okay.
So that was one of the main drivers of us making that move.
Right. All right, any others?
And then on, when we're talking about the setbacks and when we did the moratorium, well, I'll find it in just a minute. I know it's in here because I read it. Under the Britt property subdivision, I can't remember if we said 30 foot or 40 foot.
It was a 30-foot right away.
Well, we said 40, then we changed it to 30. I thought that's what we did.
That is correct. It was 30. Yeah.
Yep. But that last paragraph, I don't think that's worded as the way it was stated. So if we could go back and look at the tape.
Okay.
And where I'm going with this is that the amount of right-of-way that could be given is not defined in the minutes. We defined that when we talked about it, I thought. If it was 60 foot, they could move forward. I just want to verify.
That's what you said.
I know, but it's not in the minutes. It says if the right-of-way is given, they could move forward. We didn't specify, it's not specified in the minutes what it was, but I thought we specified it in the discussion and in the motion. That's where
I
I'm
do
going.
remember something about the 60 foot.
So if we could just look at that paragraph and just
Okay.
correct that.
Yeah, the way I took it is a 30-foot right-of-way. The situation we were faced with was a 30-foot right-of-way, and then we wanted an additional 30-foot.
Right. But if it was 60 foot, we could go ahead and approve them. That's where I was going with that.
Right, as long as it had a 60-foot right-of-way.
But this says 30 foot, less than 30 foot.
Okay.
Well, what you said was that if they would give us 60 feet, we would go ahead.
Exactly.
But outside of that, we keep 30 feet and maintain the road in place.
Well, the moratorium, right, stays in place.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's the way
Okay.
my
All right.
recollection.
Well, we'll review the tape and consider whatever the tape says, that's what we'll go by.
Not any more corrections or anything. I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes pending the review of the tape and with that amendment.
I'll second.
We got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey, a second by Commissioner Bennett. All in favor? It's 5-0. All right, next on the agenda is remarks by invited guests, committees or authorities. Do we have any?
No, don't have any.
Mr. Gordon, you have anything?
Mr. Chairman, I do have one matter, just a matter of information, the transaction that y'all authorized at the last meeting for the Bowersville Fire Department, Fire Station. It's been closed and the county owns it now.
Thank you, sir. All right. County Administrator's report.
Just one thing is the vaccination clinic at Flat Shoals is still going strong, I reckon. If you want an appointment for any vaccination, you give the health department a call or go online to their online appointment thing at the district. And as far as I know, everything running smooth. I haven't heard any other comments out of it. Also, GEMA has opened up a drive-through site in Habersham County at the fairgrounds. The same appointment website for both of them. Difference in them, one here is get out, walk in, get your shot. Up there, you drive through in your car and get your shot. But it's all by appointment only, and it's for the specific age group that the governor has approved it for. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. All right, next on the agenda is Chairman's report. I do not have anything tonight. We'll go to District 1. Commissioner Bennett.
As again, it's been very quiet in my district other than a few phone calls about the trash on the road and a couple of small issues that's been handled, and everybody's happy.
All right, thank you. District 2, Commissioner Teasley.
I don't have anything right now.
All right, Commissioner Ford. Commissioner Ford.
Yeah, it's been brought to my attention that we have a sign on, no through truck sign on Whitewood Road coming off of Bowersville Highway, but there's not one on the other end. And it was brought to my attention the other day that a lot of trucks are coming down there and turning off of Blackman Road onto Whitewood Road, and they're getting stuck and everything else. Well, that's kind of a tight turn there, so do we need to put a sign on that end?
There was one.
Yeah, there was one time. Well, you had signs on the...
You talking about an airline gold mine?
Gold mine side,
That'd be Blackman.
Blackman Road,
Blackman
Whitewood
Road,
come together.
and nothing on the other
Was there?
end coming off of 51. Now, it could have been knocked down or gone, something we'll check on.
So I hadn't been over there to look. They said they didn't have no sign up there.
It's on the airline gold mine side of it.
Yeah.
On the little dirt
We'll
road.
double check.
Tar and gravel roads.
Well, you might want to check on that and get that fixed. And I've also had some concerns about trash on the road. I guess everybody has. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have.
All right, District 5.
I was approached today at the post office by one of the bailiffs. There's a group of, I think they're with American Legion, want to do something with the pavers at the courthouse grounds. If you look at them, they're very uneven. There's about 15 of them. So I think they're going to be coming to the next meeting. They just asked that I mention that tonight, so I was doing what I said I would do. So I don't know how you're going to fix it because you got tree roots that's primarily doing that. The only way I know would be possibly to fix the elevated mulch bed, and that way they can use mulch to fill in between the pavers, but we'll just see what they have to say.
Are they talking about pavers or stepping stones?
Stepping stones, they call them pavers, but that's what he's talking about. But I did tell them that, if we started cutting roots, we could kill trees, so anything we did up there, we'd want Charles Rice to give his blessings on, so we may be approached about it next meeting, we may not, but at least I communicated what I was asked to do, so that's all I've got, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right, now we come to old business and 12A, bid opening, Franklin Hart Airport Authority Forensic Audit Services.
So we, again, in my note to you, I advise you the winter storm delays that threw into the shipping of the delivery of the hard copies. I still have one that I haven't received a hard copy on. It's coming from New Mexico, so it would have come through the Dallas hub and the Memphis hub. The one here that was hung up in Memphis, we verified came. It's here. We have the hard copy bid. I'll have to make y'all get Walter's opinion on whether or not an email copy can be accepted because of these circumstances or not.
And it was due.
Rule, what your request for bids allows is that you have the authority to waive defects in bidding should you want to. This looks to me like a perfect situation to do that. You've got the bid. You just don't have a paper copy of the bid. And I don't, to me, that's what I would call a de minimis defect. It really makes no difference because you've got the substance of the bid. So I would suggest you waive that defect and go ahead and open.
Okay. Can I get a motion to waive?
Are we going to get any other bids?
You've got 3 bids.
We got 3 to open?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I struggle with that.
Again, this bid was directly emailed to LaWanna. She, some blind, sent them to the printer, pulled them out, stuck them in an envelope. Nobody has looked at it whatsoever.
And how long do they have to bid?
How long do we
4
have to bid?
weeks?
Yeah, at least 4 weeks. Correct. Deadline was Thursday at 3.
That's just procrastination on their part.
No, we verified that they sent them on time by FedEx to get them here.
But they had 4 weeks to get it here.
That's true. That's true. But that's the decision.
They have had some weather issues
I
of
understand.
transport.
I understand.
That's why y'all make the call on whether we keep this one or don't keep this one.
And this is a joint project with Franklin County as well.
Correct.
Right, I'd just say that we wouldn't take any action tonight. Schedule a meeting with, we open them, read them, and then schedule a meeting with Franklin County, and we'll all vote on it as a collective body.
I think if you're going to extend the time, I'd wait and open them all at one time when you got them all. You said you had some more coming?
No, this is the only other, we haven't got the hard copy of this bid. No more bids are coming in. Here's the 3 bids right here. We got 2 hard copies, and this hard copy is still in transit somewhere from
That's what I'm
New
saying,
Mexico.
but I'd wait and open them when I got all the hard copies.
That's going to put us out 2 more weeks. I mean, that's up to y'all.
Well, I spoke to Dr. Makeumson today, who's the chairman of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners, and talked about how we're going to handle this. as far as opening the bids. I thought we were going to open them tonight, but having a joint meeting again to follow up with that and decide whatever action we're going to take. They have their new county manager starting March 1st, and some dates that they asked that we get some dates and give to them as far as possible meeting dates. So if that's what we're going to do, we'll just kind of open those bids at that time, I guess.
Okay, I mean, that's up to y'all. That's y'all's discretion.
In there, President?
Well, I think what I would do is we'd make a recommendation that, based on their concurrence, that we would open the bids, allow that one to get here that's tied up en route because of the weather, as Walter mentioned, the defect. If they concur, then I think it's fair. But if they have a problem with that, then I think we revert back to what we had.
All right, I mean, we'll do whatever you want to do, but again, once we open them, I mean, they're going to be sent directly to Franklin County.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but that's up to y'all, whatever you want to do.
Well, I felt like there was some kind of precedent set that we'd like to open these bids in front of cameras. Would we be able to have the cameras there and all at this meeting? Because I think we owe that to the taxpayers. I think I've done a good job in the past about opening up bids in front of the cameras so everybody.
Transparency.
Well, let me ask the question. If we wait and open them in a joint meeting, are y'all going to be able to compare notes and work with the, y'all going to need the time to do that prior to us making a decision?
Yeah, there's going to be evaluation of the bids, either way we go. It don't matter.
But this doesn't have to.
It's got to evaluate.
But this doesn't have to be done in a hurry. We're going back trying to put pieces together to look at finances of the airport authority. That's not going to change. So if it's 6 months from now before we take any action, it is what it is, or it should be what it is.
Well, what I'm getting at, if we don't open the bid and we have a joint meeting and open the bid, you're going to have time to evaluate, but we'll have to get back together to approve the bid. Correct. So we'll have to have two joint meetings. That's what I'm getting at.
Either that, or they could do it at their meeting, whatever they want to do, if they wanted to agree.
Well, that's fine with me. It don't matter either way. I'm assuming y'all will probably evaluate them together.
I would suspect so.
Yeah.
Both sides are equally into it.
All right, so we have a motion to delay the bid opening until,
What's everybody think?
I think we should delay it.
I think we should
I think we need those hard copies here.
Yeah.
well, personally, I don't see what's going to change. If we open them tonight, I mean,
It's the language in there. I mean, you just got the numbers on this one, and the other one here, they're explained.
As long as it matches what's coming in and there's not any changes, I see both sides.
I mean, there's no numbers in this email at all.
Oh, there's not?
No. We have no idea what their bid is.
Okay.
and then we could go ahead and get them to Franklin County, and then when we have our joint meeting, then we've all done had a chance to look at it, and we could move on from it. But
you're not going to have the third bid, though. You just got an email basically saying that that's what they're doing.
No, the bid is contained in that envelope.
I thought you just said that there was no numbers in there, no price.
No, I said we haven't looked at any of them.
Okay.
It came in as an attachment. Luana printed it right here with three of us watching. Nobody looked at it, stuck it in this envelope. So nobody knows what the numbers are in that envelope.
But all I was saying, there's an explanation of everybody's numbers in these here, but there's not in here, in this one.
I think we ought to go ahead and open and be done with it.
Just a package. It should be the same package. What they've seen about later. That's just one single copy. All these other sticks, we got multiple copies.
If there's any discrepancy, then you'll have to throw it out.
Correct.
Well, you're going to read it on TV tonight anyway, so everybody will be able to see it.
do I get a motion, we'll proceed with the bid opening?
So moved.
All right, we got a second?
Second.
All right. Commissioner Dorsey, second. Commissioner Carden made a motion. All in favor? All right.
Did that motion implicitly include waiving the defect?
Need to do that.
Did it?
I mean, you
I restate my motion to waive the defect.
All right,
And I'll amend my second.
all right, got amended motion and second, all in favor? All right, 5-0 vote.
Ain't used to 'em either.
Joey's got it.
I thought this here's gonna open all right.
And just as a note, there should be 3 prices in each bid. One for, let's go back and look, I think it was a 3-year audit, 5-year, and 7-year, I think was the increments on it. So there should be 3 prices in each bid.
I have a bid from Carr, Riggs, and Ingram, CPAs and Advisors. They are located in Miramar Beach? Miramar, okay, Florida. Cost proposal for fiscal year 2016 through 2018 is $23,500. It's based on the hours. It's got the breakdown here. The partners is approximately 30 hours at $300 per hour. Managers, 35 approximate hours at $200 an hour, and staff, 50 hours at $150 an hour. For 2014 to 2018, which will be a 4-year audit, that price goes up to $31,750. And then we'll give the breakdown. Partners estimated to be 40 hours at $300, managers 50 hours at $200, and then the staff 65 hours at $150 an hour. And then from 2012 to 2018, $40,000. 50 hours for the partners at $300 an hour, managers 65 hours at $200 an hour, and the staff 80 hours at $150 an hour. And they also have their certificate of insurance and conflict of interest, and all the certificates that were required are in here.
All right, thank you.
And 3 copies.
This one right here is HKAs. Their hourly rate's $360 to $500 an hour. The director gets $340, manager $305, associate $235. And it says here from fiscal year 2014 through 18 would be around $42,000.
You got it broke down. Any other categories? You're supposed to break it down in increments.
It was 3 different time periods.
Liability insurance claim. Here's the cost.
Here you go.
I think it says 14 through 18. What is that?
16 through.
Yeah, this is 14. Read this one.
You got 3 different ones.
Cost proposal rates.
All right, here you go. This is 14 through 18.
This is, 14 through 18. It would be $45,000. The partners, $360 to $500 an hour, directors, $340, managers, $305, and associates, $235. And let's see this one right here. Oh, yeah, right here it is. This right here is 2012 through 2018, $50,000, and the partner rate is $360 to $500 an hour. Directors $340, the managers $305, and associates $235.
What was the total price on that?
Do what now?
Total price?
$50,000.
50,000.
All right, Commissioner Carter.
Okay, this right here is from Gerald Miller Accounting Group, Albuquerque, New Mexico. 2016 to 2018, 3 years, the total is $30,525, $145 per hour. The daily price per fiscal year that would be $10,175 if you done it per year. I assume that's what that means. All right, the 5-year accounting, 2014 through 2018, $40,640. The same price per hour is $145. And the yearly rate would be $8,128. All right, 2012 through 2018, which is 7 years, $50,575. Hourly rate the same, $145, and the yearly price per fiscal year would be $7,225. Now, there's a whole bunch of other numbers in there too, but I don't see we need to go over them.
All right, so we'll get these copies of this made to give to Franklin County.
I'll make a motion that we turn these over to the county administrator for review. When that other bid gets here, you'll verify the information there and go ahead and get a copy over to Franklin County so they can start looking at it.
Second.
And then,
Okay. We got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey. We got a second by Commissioner Carter. Any discussion? Any public discussion? All right. All in favor? It's 5-0 vote.
we were also asked to give some dates for some tentative meetings with Franklin County. March the 18th, I know is not going to work for them, nor will April the 5th. And I don't know, I'm going to guess probably 2 or 3 weeks just to take a look at everything and evaluate it.
Yeah. I would say 2 weeks.
What about March 25th? Was they okay with it?
I would think so. It wasn't a day.
Okay.
Let's give them at least 2 days to pick from.
Was the 25th a day?
March 25th.
Okay.
What about March the 30th? Something's going on March the 30th.
Yeah, I've got it March 1st. Parental meeting.
Yeah. What about the 29th?
All right, I'm good with those. Anybody got conflicts with 25th or 29th?
What days are those?
That's on the 29th's on a Monday and the 25th's on a Thursday.
It works for me.
Okay.
Everybody good with that?
All right.
What's that on?
Yo, Commissioner,
For a joint meeting with Franklin County?
Yeah.
Commissioner Bennett, you good with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay.
I'll put that in the form of a motion, but we offer up those 2 days.
All right, we got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey for March the 25th and March the 29th for Franklin County to choose one of those dates for our meeting. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, second by Commissioner Teasley. Any discussion? All in favor? It's 5-0 vote. All right. Next on the agenda is the RFP for project management for jail construction.
At the last meeting at that vote, I was instructed to bring back a RFP for the jail, and there's several questions I want to be sure that I understand that this board wants with that RFP. And looking through the laws and ACCG information, there's several things we could bid out. One is just a construction management agency, and I've given you all the definitions, all that's in there. And basically, we hire somebody to manage the construction. I think what we're talking about is a construction manager at risk. This is a firm, a person that takes the project from our ideas through conception, architect, engineering, complete construction management, down to the first person walking into the door. We don't have that expertise in-house by any stretch of the imagination. And the difference between these two, the construction manager at risk holds that firm or individual, it's going to be a firm, I'm sure, it holds them to the line. They guarantee a maximum price this project's going to cost. It can't go over that price unless we make changes. Now, if we do a change order, it can. But this would be the safest way to my opinion, to handle this situation. So I just wanted to be sure I understood what y'all was asking me to put out an RFP for. Is that pretty much what we discussed, or all our ideas? And this hasn't been in the last 2 days. This has been going on for 5 years, off and on discussions about this thing. And I've talked with the sheriff and Tommy. That's their impression of what we were going to do. And they're in here. We'll have, again, going through this, it lays out dates. We got to sit down and have an initial meeting with all the possible vendors or prospects for a bid, and just several dates down through there where different things happen, and also outlines how the determination will be made, who is awarded the bid. But I just wanted to give y'all time to read over this to be sure this was correct before I sent this out in the wrong fashion. The RFP is attached. I've got on the back of this, the RFP is attached to it. The dates got to be filled in on them, what dates we're going to hold meetings and all that stuff. I'll have to get with the sheriff and everybody involved to find dates that's agreeable with everybody for meetings. First off, to discuss the concept, what the jail needs to look like, what the sheriff's expecting out of it, what we as the Board of Commissioners are expecting out of it, to give them a rough idea to start their design of what we need, and then it moves on forward from there.
Okay.
If you got any questions, I'll be more than happy to try to answer them for you.
Well, should not some of these contractors offer plan and design?
Yeah, this is all inclusive, planning, design, everything.
Basically turnkey.
Did you expect the construction manager to do that? Is that the same firm? Is that what you're talking about?
That's a different firm, right?
The construction manager at risk is a firm. I mean, it's not going to be an individual, but that firm has all these. He lines up the conception, he lines up the architects, he provides the engineering, he provides the construction, and he provides the transformation from the old jail to the new jail of prisoners.
So we got the middleman handling everything, right down to the contractor.
Exactly.
The whole 9 yards to the bottom line, plan and design, schedules, everything till the door opens for this much money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more or less we buy an insurance policy between the
You're correct.
contractor and us.
We don't bid out individual contractors, subcontractors. We don't. This person does all that stuff. This board approves the money.
No, I get it.
Always.
I'm good with that.
But again, they take care of all that work and assure that everything is designed and built the way it's supposed to be.
Well, I see. It could cost a little more money, but could also save a lot of
Yeah,
money.
it's an insurance company. It's an insurance policy. You guarantee the X number of dollars it's not going to run over.
Right.
Before we move forward with this, and we know Rabun County's just recently done a jail the last few years, right? Am I understanding?
I can't remember if it was complete jail or an addition.
Why don't you reach out to the ACCG and just...
This is all from ACCG.
Where I'm going with this is somebody who's done one, and let's look at their timelines and all this, that's got the site visits.
As far as the date's correct.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And then bring it back to us, and let's be prepared in the next meeting. We'll have their information.
Right.
And give you a chance to talk to some folks too, and come back with a recommendation, and let's just knock it out at the next
That'd be
meeting.
fine. Yeah, I just want to be sure we was all talking about the same thing.
I
before we-
think we are. Y'all good with that?
So we'll take no action on this. This is just a matter of discussion tonight, and so we'll review it and come back and make a decision at the next meeting.
Yep.
All right?
Okay.
That moves us on down to 12C, addition of Sunset Drive to Exhibit A of no-through truck ordinance, second reading. I have a motion that we take this as second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey, second by Commissioner Teasley. Any discussion? All in favor? It's a 5-0 vote. All right, now we into new business, 13A, CNA Ventures, Scott Anchorage, Lake Falls Subdivision. This is on Tom Cobb Drive. And last meeting, I know we voted on a moratorium, as we discussed in our minutes a while ago, of 30-foot right-of-way. But I've actually got a problem with this, because right across that road right there, there's land that qualifies to be developed. And we've got a problem being fair by this developer giving up 30 foot of right-of-way, and then when the developer on the other side of the road wants to develop, they don't have to give up anything. And another thing too, this is taking up, I think it was an acre of land that we're taking off the tax digest of, and whereas if, I would like to see us be able to do like a 15-foot to make it fair for the developer on the other side. And I realized that what we were looking at the last meeting, the other side of the road had already had structures on them. There's no way we could get the 30-foot, 15-foot from both sides of the road.
Well, one of the things I've talked about since our last meeting, and you know, these things go back, I understand the situation, but to get that right away, and I haven't talked to the developer, I know he's here, but I just wanted us to talk about this. Right now, the county has a 40-foot setback on the front. If you give us 15 foot of right-of-way, and us give you a variance of a setback from 40 foot to 25, it's basically a neutral exchange of land. We get what we need, it's off of that side, and then you pick up that extra part of the land on the setback. And these are this is going to have to be done on a per situation basis. This road is not going to be a major thoroughfare. I think everybody knows where this is at. It's not going to be a Highway 29 where we're going to have a lot of vehicles driving at high speeds. But if you were to give us 15 foot of right of way on this side, and then us give you a variance of the setback from 40 foot to 25, it all washes out. Is that something that's feasible and doable?
Just to be clear, so you're saying, so right now it's currently 15 from the center line, and then they could, instead of giving you another 30 feet past that, it would just be 15.
And then we give you a variance on the 40-foot setback, so that you only have to go to 25. And it's a win-win for both parties.
And I just revise that plan, y'all can accept it and read it, revised.
That would be my recommendation. I was going to talk about this because this is a solution to the moratorium. And I know our subdivision ordinance requires a 40-foot setback, but the whole purpose of this is to be able to get these enough right-of-way so we can get emergency vehicles down in these little narrow roads. We may be parking in somebody's front yard, but at least we can get down there. I mean, that's kind of my thoughts. I don't know how everybody else feels. And I hadn't talked to anybody much about it either, so.
That sounds good to me. It'll work for Scott and them.
I think that's fine, that's fair.
Y'all good? I mean,
Let's just, for clarification, would you repeat it?
Yeah. So, and what he's got drawn up here is the extra right-of-way all coming off of one side. And currently, we have, is it 30 foot? Is that what it is currently? Correct. So if the developer would deed 15 additional feet to the county, which is going to move that property line over 15 feet, we will in turn grant a variance on the front setback from 40 feet to 25 feet. So that allows you to build 15 foot closer. It's a net, I mean, it washes out, and it's really a win-win. We get the right-of-way that we need so we can get emergency vehicles down there to service the development, and it also maintains your situation from a buildable lot, and it keeps you whole.
I think that's fine.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
For instance, on this lot, the property line goes to the center of the road, right there. On that path, marry back up the road to the
These two go to the right way.
I just want to be sure we got a clear definitive right of way.
Oh, yes.
So if it goes, I may be wrong, I may be up somewhere.
Yeah, so somebody,
On the property line shown in the middle of the road, like a lot of these are, we say we got a 30-foot right of way.
yeah,
We need to set that back 30 foot.
from the center, that's where the new right way is. Yes, sir, that's correct.
And I think the flat ought to have the language about the waiver of the setback, so they're like clear.
Right.
And go ahead and
And reflect.
clear the board area, so that somebody else can't want to say, well, we can do this to each one to the same.
Each one's going to have to stand on its own.
Yeah, like I said, just the situation we had last week, we pretty well had to stick to what we had right here, but this is a little different, so, Mr. Dorsey, you put that in form of motion?
I will. We will ask the developer to grant an additional 15-foot right-of-way on his side. In exchange for that, the county will grant a subdivision variance from the 40-foot setback on the front to 25-foot, so that the actual net land exchange is a wash.
I'll give that a second.
And then we'll also put the language on the plat as Mr. Gordon had, so that way it's clear what happened and everybody knows going forward.
Okay. All right, any discussion, any public discussion? All right. All in favor? Commissioner Dorsey made the motion, and I second it, 5-0 vote. All right. Next on the agenda is the wounded veteran parking at the courthouse. I think Commissioner Dorsey brought this to our attention. I'll let him have the
Yeah, I've had several veterans approach me. I'm in and out of the post office every day, and I've had a couple of them approach me, and I said, Walmart has a combat wounded warrior reserved parking spaces. They actually have two, and they wanted to know why we couldn't have one up at the courthouse. Well, I got to looking. We have a very limited space around the internal ring, especially when court's going on. But I asked the gentleman the two that talked to me about it, what if we were to do something in the MLK parking lot? So the first two parking spaces now up toward Franklin Street are handicapped. If we were to go the next one down to combat wounded warrior on each side and then one for a veteran, so we'd take 4 places and designate those, if that was acceptable. And he said, absolutely, that would be great. So just so everybody knows, this Martin Luther King parking lot is a joint city-county cooperation. The city and the county both put money in it. I have talked to the mayor about this, and I apologize for not getting it on the agenda. I had so much going on Friday. But they agreed that they would look at it Monday night, and I'm going to put in the form of a motion that we ask them to consider this at their meeting Monday night.
I'll second the motion.
And then we can have some reserved parking spaces close by for those veterans and those who have.
Okay. We got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey to talk with the city about the veteran parking at the courthouse, and we got a second by Commissioner Carter. Any discussion?
Yeah, I got one thing I want to say. We have handicapped parking around the courthouse now.
We do.
Yeah, okay, so they can also use those too, if they can get them.
Okay. All in favor? It's 5-0 vote. All right. Next on the agenda is Walters Estate Subdivision.
This is just what it says, the Walters Estate on Walters Road. The estate's selling it to a developer. This is the parcel, the whole parcel. He's bringing it up into 13 lots. All of them have at least 100 foot of road frontage. All of them are greater than an acre. All of them have been approved by the health department. It's an 80-foot right-of-way on Walters Road. There's a, what size is the water main that goes down through there, Ken?
I think that part is 8-inch and going from Griffin Road down to 12.
So there's ample water supply by the county down by. It's met all the other qualifications.
All right. We got a motion to.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a motion? Who made the motion?
I said, do we have a motion?
Oh,
Nobody yet.
yeah.
Why would that road have an 80-foot right-of-way?
Well, Shoal Creek Road got an 80-foot right of way.
Does.
Some of the old state roads do, I know.
Yeah, that one's a deeded 80-foot right-of-way.
Yep.
Why? I don't know. That was before my time. But
Let's just thank the good Lord it is.
There's a lot of traffic on that road.
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Carter and a second by Commissioner Dorsey. Any discussion? All right, all in favor? It's 5-0 vote. All right, the last thing on our agenda tonight is public comment. Do we have anyone here for public comment? If you would, come to the front, please. And well, you've been here before. You know the routine. All right.
I think I forgot the mic part last time. I'm a little short, so I might not be able to reach.
Terrible
Thank you. Okay, I'm Mindy Wise. I don't know if you guys remember me. I'm the director of Hydra, and I came right after I came on last summer to meet with you guys and to kind of tell you what we're doing. We actually have started several new programs that have been growing well despite COVID and despite parents choosing to have digital learning happening at their homes. And so I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up on what we have going on. Our after-school program is growing. It coincides with the school year calendar. When we have a break in the school year calendar for a long break, just last week we had winter break, so we offered a winter break camp, which that has been growing as well. That's our third camp that we've run since I've been on as director. We also have Fourth Friday Family Night. I don't know if you guys have maybe seen our signs around town about our programs that we have, but this Friday is our next Fourth Friday event. It's a family movie night. The hope is to continue to have them and maybe do them more outside. We did a couple of them on the empty lot across from New York Pizza for a couple of months, and it actually grew every month, which is good, because I know that our community wants to have things that, we can go out and have a good time and not have to pay a ton of money for. I have 3 kids of my own, and so I appreciate when the community is able to have things like that. So this Friday night's our movie night, but we're having it at our Hydra building, which, again, thank you guys for housing us there and giving us the opportunity to continue to run these programs in a safe place for these kids. So it's going to be at 6:30 on a Friday at Hydra, and we're playing The Croods, those of you that are interested. Anyone? We're also starting an Adulting 101 program soon. We're going to try to kick it off in March, and that's going to be on the second Saturday of every month at 10 o'clock. So this coming Adulting 101 program is kind of formed out of the nature of we want kids to know things about being an adult that maybe they aren't learning at home. So maybe they're staying at home by themselves and they need to eat on their own. So we teach them how to cook a grilled cheese and make something in the microwave, something as easy as that. So that's where the Adulting 101 comes in, but our second Saturday's Adulting 101 class is going to be on March 13th, and we're talking to local restaurants to see if we can go in and do a cooking class for the first one. And then a couple other things. We have a scholarship program, which is brand new, and this is mostly for individuals that want to donate specifically to help a child who may not otherwise be able to attend our programs because their parents can't afford to send them. We do offer a very, very low rate for our programs, but if it's a situation where maybe a parent has lost a job because of COVID, or is it just in a really tight spot or has multiple children, then your scholarship money that you put forward to Hydra can benefit a child. We actually had 2 extra kids in our camp last week that were able to go because of citizens in Hartwell that called and said, hey, I want to give to this camp and allow some extra kids to come. And we have 1 child in our after-school program that's actually able to come full-time because they were only paying for part-time and that's all they could chalk up the money for. So other than that, I think that's all I have for you guys. Do you have any questions?
How much does it cost to sponsor a child through one of these programs?
It's completely up to you. We have some sponsors that give just a 1 lump sum, and then we have others that have signed on to our giving sites, and they give monthly, so you can set up like a recurring. Our after-school program is $40 a week per child, and that covers snacks, and we do homework with them and play games and all that good stuff. And then for our camps, it's $90 a week because we provide breakfast and lunch, snacks, and then a full day of activities for them. So, and that'll be our summer camps too because they're weeks.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Is there a good number to reach you directly?
Yes. You can. Our office number, which also rings to my cell phone if I happen to not be in the office, is 706-376-8899.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right,
Thank you for your time.
thank you. Appreciate the work you do. Any other public comment tonight? If not, can we get a motion to adjourn into executive session for litigation?
I'll make a motion, we go into executive session for litigation.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Dorsey, and a second by Commissioner Teasy. All in favor? It's 5-0.
Session back in the open meeting.
Second. Okay, we got a motion, and a second. We got Commissioner Dorsey, make a motion, Commissioner Teasy, second. All in favor? All right, we all need to sign.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second, motion to adjourn, got a second to adjourn, all in favor? All right, 5-0 vote.